What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my stream. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's finally Friday, hey? So we can get some rest, work on side projects, but I hope everyone is having a great weekend or a great Friday. And yeah, let's get started. Um, so if you don't know, Void, which is basically a company or an organization that created Vite. Um, they did announce the release of Vite 8. I think it was last week, somewhere Thursday or Friday. So they did announce the release of Vite 8. Um, and one of the cool things with Vite 8 is that uh, by default, it doesn't use ES build. It actually uses roll down, right, which is created using Rust, right? Um, so that was a pretty cool release. And this week at my workplace, we decided to move from Vite 7 to 8, which it was pretty cool just exploring um, what Vite 8 does on the background. And yeah, that was a really good migration. And also, they did announce the release or open source in Vite Plus. I think before it was their internal tool that they used, but now it's open source, Vite Plus. So Vite Plus, it's basically a tool chain for the web. It actually handles your runtime and many other things, right? So with Vite Plus, it's actually easy for one to scaffold or create a boilerplate or just scaffolding like your project. So it comes with some pretty cool things. So you can either scaffold or create a project, a React project, a Vue project, a 10-stack start project, or just a Vite project. And you can either choose if you want to include things like your Oxlint, Ox format, and also pre-hooks. It actually comes with pre-hooks as well. Like you don't have to set up your, what's that pre-hook tool again? Husky. Yeah, you don't have to set up like Husky, um, but it actually comes like with a lightweight pre-hooks. Yeah, is it pre-hooks? Yeah, pre-hooks. Um, and yeah, so that was a pretty cool release, like from Void itself. Like that was a pretty cool release. And on my personal project, I did migrate to um, Vite Plus. And like migrating to Vite Plus is you just need like to run one command to migrate um, to Vite Plus from Vite 7 or 8. And obviously, before you migrate, you have to update your packages to, okay, Vitest, you have to upgrade to Vitest version 4. Then with Vite itself, you need to migrate to Vite 8. So if you are still on version 7, you will need to upgrade those packages first before you move to Vite Plus, which is very easy to do. So basically, what I did was just running the migrate script on my side project, migrating to Vite Plus, and like on the background, what it did is create like a Vite hooks, which are basically pre-commit hooks, a pre-commit hook right here. Then also removed ESLint, ESLint rules to Oxlint, right? And what I've realized is that those Oxlint rules are not actually in an Oxlint formatter, I mean Oxlint file, but rather in this Vite config, which is pretty cool because you don't have to write your Oxlint rules like in a separate file. But actually, if you want to override some rules, or if you want to create like custom rules, then you can include that in your Vite config file. But I think also you can create like a separate file that has all the rules. Then you can reference that file uh, in your Vite config. Yeah, I think that's another way to handle that. But for now, what I or what Vite or what the migration script did was to override all my ESLint rules. Yeah, it actually took all the rules that I had like on an ESLint file, config file, then placed them like inside this Vite config file and list all the rules, which later I might remove them from the config file, then create like a separate Oxlint config, then reference that Oxlint config file in my Vite config file, which, yeah, I can do that later. But then what I realized, right, after running the whole migration thing is that, let's see, what I realized is that when I run the linter, I get some errors whereby Vite is actually telling me that we still have some ESLint packages, which we might need to remove those. I don't know why it's taking time. Yeah, I don't know why it's taking. Okay, there you go. All right. So yeah, it seems like we still have like a couple of ESLint. Let's see. Module blah blah blah. Okay, I guess we just have to run ESLint fix. I'd like to believe. Let's see, VP. So if I run VP check, what happens? Okay. VP check fix. Let's see, process. We cannot find process. And this is on the convex back end. But we do have types. Yes, with Vite 8, we need to use, let's see const env is equals to import dot meta dot env. Let me do this. Vite. Let's go to Vite. Environment instances. I don't think so. This is not what we're looking for. Well, what I can do is let's go to skills. Then skill do we need Vite. Maybe let's look at. So basically the first few minutes, I'm just going to try and resolve these small bugs, right? Then after that, I can start refactoring some sloppy code that AI wrote. Because I think the last stream that we did, we were depending much on AI to write code. And, after reviewing that code, I saw a lot of sloppy, a lot of sloppy code that was written by AI. I don't know if maybe uh, my my prompts were weak, but I don't think my prompts were weak. Actually, I just basically think like Cloud Code didn't know what it was doing, so uh, it decided to write some sloppy code that I need to review or revisit and try to fix those sloppy code because like I don't want to continue building with that sloppy code because whenever I prompt AI to do something, obviously it's still going to reference from that sloppy code that it wrote, then continue writing sloppy code. And I don't want that. So I think it's just way better to fix that sloppy code than move forward. Um, okay, so thing is, I do have node types, but what I would like to believe is that with Vite 8, we need to create like a type declaration env that actually has like all the environment variables or all the environment variable keys, right? Then instead of using process dot env dot whatever, I think that we let's see we have a comment over there evening. Hi TBZA. What are you coding? What are you working on? Do you mind maybe sharing what you're working on? But you're, uh, let me check if, okay, this thing is obstructing me right now. I think let's open Claude. Let's resume this. What was our last conversation with Claude? I don't remember, but I would like to believe it's the first one. Boom, let's open that. So yeah, this is the sloppy code that Claude wrote the last time I did a stream, which I still have to revisit. But anyway, we actually want to resolve. Let me just check all the skills that I have. I would like to believe I have, let's see, skills. Okay. I have two skills. Interesting. I think, no, man. How come do I have like two skills? That doesn't make sense at all. Doesn't make sense at all. I have a couple of skills. Let's see. Let's go to Claude. Then we'll have skills. Yeah, I have a couple of skills. Which one are we? But then I don't have it. So what we can do, maybe let me just try this one. Let's just click this. I learned JS and coded in React and .NET backend 2 years ago for a client, but did not like the experience. I went back to my roots, Python, and now Golang, uh, using Windows. Nice, nice, nice. That's pretty nice. I actually enjoy uh, .NET, but yeah, I don't remember the last time I actually like worked on a .NET project. Um, it might be like a year ago, maybe, or 2 years ago. I don't know. And I think I need to, yeah, I need to revisit .NET. I think they've released like a couple of new .NET versions. I think they are on .NET 10 right now. Not too sure. But I actually need to revisit .NET and just see uh, whatever it's going on there. Uh, at the moment, I'm trying to figure out why my updater package does not deploy to the ATM. What updater package? What updater package are you talking about, brother? Did you create like an updater package? What's going on there? Let's see, global or .NET 4.8 is required because our stack is based on it. 4.8. Yo, man, that's an old version. Hey, 4.8. That's an old version. Because I think it was 2 years back we actually migrated from .NET 4.8 to .NET. So yeah, this other project that I was working on. Um, so we had to migrate from .NET 4.8 to what? What was it? Was it .NET Core 6? Yeah, I think it's .NET Core 6. So I'm just surprised, like, why are you still using .NET 4.8 as in this day and age? But I guess maybe it's a legacy project. Um, but at some point you might need to upgrade. All right. So okay, fine. Let's see if maybe we can. So I migrated to Vite 8.0, and after the migration, I am getting this error. This error. I would like to believe that with it, we have to create a types declaration, declaration, then use import dot meta dot env instead of process dot env. Please research, and how we can fix this. Their data package takes your exec executable and signs it and bundles it in a manner so it is security deployed to the. Okay, well, I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, no, good luck. Good luck on that, man. I hope you'll. Yeah, I just hope you'll crack it. Just continue researching. Maybe just use Cloud Code as well, or maybe GitHub Copilot, uh, just to get an idea of how you can resolve that issue. But yeah, good luck, man. Good luck, man. And it's actually Friday, so you can spend the whole night and maybe uh, uh, cross night as well in order for you to fix this issue. But yeah, good luck. Good luck. All right. So yeah, I think the linter itself is working. The only issue, yeah, the linter is working, but the only issue right now is just this process .env that is throwing some errors, right? I mean, if I don't succeed with this, what the other plan is to create like a demo 10 stack start app using Vite Plus and just check how they did their whole setup. Because I think the migration script itself did not actually, yeah, I think like maybe the migration script skipped some other uh, configurations that needs to be done. Um, but I just hope, yeah, I just hope. Yeah, I think I was right. I think I was right. We have to create a declaration file. I think I was actually right. Create that. Then, yep, yep, replace that. Yeah, I actually think I was right. I actually think I was right. Okay, yep. Okay, cool. Seems like, let's see, save. Why is it still using process? That is not good. Okay, what actually did we do? All process.env usage removed from right, but we still have some process.env on these convex functions. Okay, let me run the linter again. Then let's see. All right, I think. Whoa. Now what's going on? Expected a format field in the default. Really? Okay, let me do this, right? VP create. How do we scaffold a okay, I can use this Vite plus. How do we scaffold a 10 stack start project? I think right now that's the only thing. What the heck? Okay, cool. Let's see, Vite plus. Yep, let's get started. Now we need to what? Da, da, da. All right, cool. I think we just have to create like a new 10 stack start. Really, the path may contain untrusted blah blah blah. Nothing. Heck do you mean, fam? What? Gosh, it's the issue. I think I need to close this first, then open it again. Okay, it's code. Yes. One thing that I don't like with Vite Plus commands, like when you want to create like a, okay, I was about to say that it doesn't give me like an option to specify the project name, but I was wrong. Okay, fine. Let me re- let me stop right there. So let's just call it demo, because what we actually want to do is just a reference or just check the whole setup. Then with that reference, then we can now fix our code base. Nitro deployment. Yeah, let's just use Nitro. Yep. We don't want any add-ons, right? Yeah, we don't want them. Example, none. No. Skip. Okay, cool. Alrighty, there we go. Now we have our demo app. So let's check it out. How does it look like? Uh, let's check it out. Demo. Yep. How does it look like? We can push this here. No, man. Can we just go this side? Right. So I think first there was an issue on the Vite config. Mm, It's actually an issue here. And honestly speaking, I think I might just have to remove all these linters. Look at that. Just look at that. Just look at that. Wow. Crazy. Crazy. Okay. So I think, I think we might just have to remove these guys. And after removing those two guys, which is the format and the linter, it seems like our issue is resolved. But I don't know as yet. We just have to check. see. Give me something. Those good news? Yes, those are good news. The linter is working, but maybe, just maybe, we might need to do something here. Just maybe, we might need to do this. All right. So, this is okay. Let's grab this and let's have a lint, and we just want to ignore. Do we? Okay, we just want to ignore this guys over here. Yeah, we just want to ignore this. We are not using NX, so let's remove that. Um, seems like we have an issue here. Plug in, it's just a comma. That's what's missing. Okay, fine. That's fine. Maybe we might also need a formatter. Maybe, maybe, and I mean maybe. Okay, right. Let's try again. Let's see. Let's try again. Let's see. Field. Expected a format field in the default export. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Sorry. Let's see, maybe let's just remove the format. Don't need that. Okay, now let's run VP check fix. If this doesn't work, then I pretty much don't know what else do I have to do, because I tried all the options. Uh, why is the format still there? Let's remove this. Okay. Expected a lint field default. Interesting. Interesting. I don't think we need this demo project anymore because we pretty much know right now what's going on and it's just a matter of fixing it. So let's try that without the ignore pattern, right? But the issue is that now the linter itself might lint the convex generated files, which we don't want the linter to even touch those files because those are basically generated, right? They're basically generated from whatever code that we wrote. Hmm. Formatting completed for check files. No found, no errors or lint errors. Okay, fine, it's working. But I'm just not too sure if we want to. Let me remove this. Yeah, I think my only worry right now is that we are linting files that shouldn't even be linted, right? That's my worry right now. But I mean, for now, it doesn't matter. Let's just continue and see if this works. Let's see. What am I building? So I'm building like an AI tutor tutor companion app, right? Which is just something that I'm playing around with. You know, it's not a serious project. It's nothing serious, but it's basically like an AI companion for students and learners, right? But it's just something that I'm playing around with. It's not uh, a, a serious project or a project that I can say I'm trying to build an app. I'm trying to launch an app. Nah, it's just something that I'm just building for fun and just for upskilling. I'm just building this to upskill because mostly right now I am working on the front end. So I there's a couple of there's a couple of things that I still need to learn, like on the front end perspective, things like how the web actually works, right? Um, things like what's that strategy again? What do you call this? Bundling strategies, you know, everything that goes like on the background in terms of like compiling, production builds, so forth and so on. So it's just a project that I'm using to upskill. Right. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like there's a cold start, right? There's a cold start, which for some reason it's taking time in order for the project to bundle each and everything, then render that on the browser. I don't know if maybe it's my browser or not, but it seems like there's a cold start over here. Let's see. Let's try again. What? Maybe it's my browser. Yeah, let me just believe that it's my browser. What? Okay, something is not making sense here. Okay, let's try this. Maybe let's try. Let's just try again. All right. Environment neutral is unavailable. Just comment out this guy. What? Now this thing decided to change the port. Interesting. It connected. Okay, I think I just broke like the whole project. Now it's not even starting or displaying something. I think I broke everything. Think I broke everything. So basically this migration did not work. The whole migration itself did not work. So I broke everything. Everything is broken. What a way to start. Okay. Okay. Maybe. Let's do it. Need that mode. Vite dev tools. Hmm. It's already in use. What do you mean? I hate this. Maybe let's just try NPM. Then this will open on port 3000. Port 3000 is already in use. Interesting. It's not even in use. And I hate this. What do I want to do here? Let's put this here, put this here. Now I guess we just have to compare now. We just have to compare stuff. All right, let's see. Include, we don't want to include that, I guess. Let's text start. I see what the issue might be. Okay. As dependencies that, um, yeah, man, hate this. What nitro version are we using here? A. We might be using the wrong version. That's why. Yeah, let's use this one. Yeah, install. Yeah, I actually think we are using the wrong version. But I would like to believe that after updating that, after updating the Nitro version, I would like to believe that this will work. Okay, cool. Now let's go again. Let's see. npm dev. Let's run. see, do we have another error? Not yet. Okay, we're still getting that error again. Vite environment need true, not available. This is quite interesting. Resume. Okay, we can close this for now. Okay. When written a project. Yeah, I don't have to think about it too much. As long as Claude has the error that I'm getting, then hopefully it will do some research and find out why my project is not working. Okay, let's just also verify a couple of things here. Let's see, dev dependencies. Vite config path. Seems like we don't have that. See, Vite config path. Yeah, we don't have that. We might need to include this as well. Yeah. Rebuild dependencies. Okay. Interesting. Let's see what Claude is saying here. Okay, let me do this, right? Maybe let me just update these packages, or rather, let me include the Vite config path package, and maybe just also include these build only dependencies. While we on that, maybe let's also just update the version of my package manager. Then let's close this guy over here. Sorry. Then let's go ahead and install these packages. Done. All right. Now that you're done, let's run the project. Let's see if it will work. I'm still getting those weird errors. Not yet. Okay. Still not working. Oh, gosh. Okay. There we go. Now it's working. Oh, there we go. So the issue is that we had to, I mean, what do you call this? We did not have the Vite tsconfig path package on our project. So I guess with Vite 8 and Vite Plus, there's a like they handled uh, the tsconfig path, your TypeScript config path, like in a different way, unlike on Vite 7. I think yeah, that's so the issue is that because now I was about to give up, imagine, because of a small issue. But I just feel also like when I start the project, it takes long to bundle the, yeah, it takes long like to bundle everything. I like to believe maybe there is a bundling strategy or a chunking. I don't think it's a chunking issue, but I think bundling the project itself, I think that's the issue. Yeah, there might be a strategy to do that because I feel like it's taken like there's a cold start. Like whenever I start the project, or maybe it's my PC, or maybe it's my PC. Yeah, I don't know. All right, cool. Now the project is working, starting, everything looks good. Fine. Now we have to fix like all the issues that were, or maybe all the sloppy code that was written by Cloud Code, right, last week. So I gave Cloud Code this, work, this a sloppy prompt, actually, a sloppy prompt. Let me just put it that way. I think my prompt was very sloppy. There was no enough details. It was just a lazy prompt that I gave to Claude and say, hey, write this, right? And then I am telling you, like Claude wrote like like shitty code. Like the code that was produced from that prompt was horrible. I mean, I can even write a better version of that code without even using AI and you know going on Google and googling stuff. I can write that. So let me just show you what Claude wrote, right? So initially the what we wanted to do, Let me just delete this stuff. What we wanted to do is to have like a chat GPT sort of like layout in order for a student to like select all the resources that they've uploaded, right? Then with that chat GPT-ish layout, you can just communicate with the LLM itself, right? So the prompt was that use open router provider and also use open router SDK. And then, yeah, we're actually using open router provider on top of 10 stack AI. And let me tell you what Cloud Code did. So what Cloud Code did was that, yes, it created like a chat API. Then instead of using Open Router SDK, this thing decided to use Open AI package in order to handle the the back and forth with the LLM, the student and the LLM itself. Decided to use Open AI. For what good reason? I don't know. Then it created like a very, 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 very unprofessional work system prompt, then decided to use a chat model that is not even meant for educational stuff. Then instead of creating a tool to get to fetch data from your resources, right? So what we did is that we scraped data from a certain resource, from resources, which is basically your study material, right? Instead of creating a tool to get references from the resources, this thing decided to fetch all the chunks or all the vector embeddings, as in like, so yeah, let me just stop ranting, but let's rather fix this, right? So I think first let's just commit this. It's just way better, in order for us to track things better, right? Migrate to Vite plus. Yeah, perfect. What the heck? What the heck? All right. Need to get something to drink. I'll be right back. Okay, seems like there was an error somewhere. Okay, the linter. See, check. I don't know why it's taking time. But obviously, the reason why it's taking time is because we are linting everything and formatting everything. And obviously, there's some build files. Okay, you see, so now we don't need, we don't have to lint this generated files. This generated files, we don't have to lint them at all. Okay, formatting issues found. And we also don't want to lint this. And I think if we can manage to exclude this uh, generated files from the linter and the formatter itself, uh, this time might go down because like 8,660 milliseconds, that's a lot. Um, but anyway, let's hit commit, migrate to Vite blocks. Just hope it doesn't fail. Just hoping that the commit itself doesn't fail. What's Vite Plus and why Vite Plus and what are you migrating from? So Damn it. Yeah, no. So Vite Plus is basically a tool chain for the web, right? So it's basically like a tool for building like front end projects, and it was created by Void. So why Vite Plus? I think it's because the tool itself is great, right? Because like when you scaffold a project itself, it comes like with tools that do have like predefined configurations, so you don't have to configure a lot of things. Like for instance, you don't have to configure things like your linting, your formatting. It comes with oxlint and ox format. And also it creates like, if you want pre-hooks, it comes like with pre-hooks. Like there's an option to select if you want to, you know, have like pre-hooks instead of like configuring your husky. And also, I mean, VitPlus also has a way to like yeah, a good way to manage your CI/CD as well. Why did I clear that? Okay, fine, cool. Uh, let's see. Vit. So what we actually want to do is that we want to, okay, lint, ignore patterns, ignore patterns. This, um, and we also want to ignore, we don't have this. We also want to ignore um generated. What else? Yeah, markdown files. We have to ignore that as well. Or maybe just ignore everything inside Claude folder. Uh, disable, disable ignoring, to disable or ignore behavior. Okay, let me do this. And using oxlint and ox format, what are the best practices to print and format relevant files. In my case, my linter and formatter is my linter. In my case, my linter and formatter is Sekua is Sekua touching, not is is formatting. Is formatting markdown files, markdown files, and converts generated code. Just hope this will work. Let's see, what did you do, fam? I actually had like this option before, but it seems like when I format, let me just do check. When I format, it actually throws an error for some reason. But still formatting. Would you like to share? Hey man, hey, no thanks. It's not working. Come on. No formatting issues. So the only issues are the linting issues, I guess, because it seems like there are no formatting issues. What error? Formatting issues found. But at the end, It says no formatting issues in 94 files. Crazy. Let's see. All right. IP format fix. There's no such thing as VP format. Delete npm format. Ensure the file has a default blah blah blah. Yeah, we're getting this. We get this here. I think at this point, I'm just going to paste whatever error that I'm getting because and I just hope this thing doesn't hallucinate because now the thing about and that's one thing about like depending much on AI, right? The thing is coding agents, they pretend like they know. A coding agent will never be wrong. Like for some reason, a coding agent will never be wrong, right? So now it wants to create an aux format configuration file, which I'm not against it. I can allow it to do that. But yeah, that's one thing about coding agents. Coding agents are more like those, you know, students that think they are always right, like all the time. You know, those students that are like in a classroom setting, they are always like at the front, they always sit at the front and they pretend like they know everything. They don't want to be corrected. They are very serious. They they always do their homework, they always do their classwork, they always do their assignment, and they are always right. That's coding agents for you. They just pretend like they are always right. Even though they're wrong, they act like they are always right. Because the other thing that is saying, like, try VP format dash dash fix, that doesn't exist. It actually doesn't exist. This right here, this doesn't exist. You know, let's prove it. Is this a side project? Uh, yeah, it's a side project, but it's nothing serious. It's just something that I'm using like to upscale and also just have fun. It's nothing serious. Still getting the same error. And that's the thing. Like with Fit Plus, I don't think you need to create this. You don't have to create these configurations. Well, you can, but then you have to reference them here, right? And Now, what it did is that, okay, you create an aux format configuration and also an aux lint configuration. Okay, fine, that's cool. But you also repeated the same thing on your TS config. So which one is the source of truth in this case? Like, come on, come on. Okay, I think now we just have to do our own thing here. What can I do? What can I do? Think. See. Okay, I think yeah, I forgot to answer the last part of your question. Is it for tertiary or lower? It's for any student. Any student. You might be a tertiary student or a high school student. And then you can use that as long as you upload your studying materials and yeah, as long as you upload like your study materials and also like a curriculum or yeah, then we break down those curriculum. If you did upload like a curriculum, or maybe if you decide to use like a predefined agent that we have within a platform, then we break down that curriculum into weeks. If you are a high school student, we break down into weeks. Then after that, you can upload whatever material that you want to have like within the platform. Then we create like a lesson. We can create a lesson. You can create like assignments. You can create like a an exam prep as well. So maybe what I can do is let's try skills. Let's go to skills, right? And let's see if maybe Vite Plus is available. Well, it is available, but I don't like the fact that the security audits did not pass. And also 24, I mean, this doesn't matter at all. I just don't like the fact that the security audits are not passing. Okay, let's go to the repo itself and let's see, let's check it out. Uh, Vite plus, Vite plus, Vite plus, Vite plus. Okay, cool. Let's see. What did you create, my friend, here? Uh, did you create here? Okay. It. Okay. Configuration. It rule. Standard fit sections. Experimental sort package. I actually wonder what I'm missing, eh? Lint. This is garbage. Let's delete this. This right here, garbage. Okay, cool. Lint. Let's remove this shenanigans over here. Okay. And but I actually know what's actually causing these errors. We just have to replace this with import import meta.env. Just that I'm lazy to change this like on all the files. So yeah, I think. Whoa, no, no. I just feel like it's a loop. I just feel like I'm on a loop. Like when I fix something, something breaks, then I have to go back and fix that thing. Then that thing that I was trying to fix breaks again. It's more like a loop. It's more like a loop, you know. And the thing is, if I did not have like pre-commit hooks, I was just going to continue with this. Like I was going to continue with this and just move on. But the problem is that I have a pre-commit hook, which I can't commit my code because of this. We can fix property errors. If there's an error, then I would like to believe this error result is coming from Zord, right? Zord error dot message, message, invalid input. Yeah, this we can fix. But I guess we are making progress. Now it's just one error and um, nine warnings, which those warnings are basically just, you know, awaiting our functions because they return a promise. Promises must be awaited, yeah. Add void operators to ignore. No, 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 no. We can't do that. Let's just await them. But only if the functions are async. If they are not async, then we might have to convert them into like an a functions. I mean an async function. If not, then we might opt for just adding the void, this void thingy. But let me not touch this for now, because probably this, yeah, yeah, I might refactor some of this. Yeah, so let me not touch that. Okay, the linter is working now. Let's see if the formatter does work. That's pretty neat. That's what did I say? That's a pretty neat idea. I've been wanting to do something to help my sister on her matric. Let me know when you need testers. I'll let you know, brother. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Nice. It seems like everything is working now. I'll let you know, brother. Probably if I can dedicate my time like this weekend, I might be able to finish this. If honestly I can dedicate my time to just building this, like over the weekend I can have like a simple prototype that does work. And yeah, I'm just hoping that I get time like this weekend. I'm just hoping that I get time. And I just so wish because like tomorrow is a holiday, right? I just so wish the holiday was today. We can have like a long weekend, build and whatnot and whatnot. But hey, God decided that hey, I'm going to have this holiday. I mean, this holiday will be on a Saturday, which is not great. But if everything goes well, then I might dedicate my time on building this like over the weekend. But obviously, when I'm building this, then I have to avoid spending much time on things like this, like making sure that the linter works and everything and everything. I might have to focus on working on the actual functionalities. But I know with me, I hate something that is not neat. That's why, okay, something failed. I hate something that is not neat. That's why I always always. Um, what is not happy now? Exactly. Like it's not a holiday if it doesn't make the work week shorter. Yeah, obviously you're right over there. You know, I just wish maybe it was like it's a Sunday holiday. If the holiday was on Sunday, because I think if a holiday is on Sunday, then Monday will be a holiday. I think I might be wrong. Okay, now something is not happy, 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 which is this guy over here. This guy over here is not happy at all. Um, but I think I saw something um, related to like the staged step, which is this. All right. This, okay, where are you? Where is my code editor? Okay. So we pretty much made a mistake um, because it doesn't have to be. Yeah, so what we want to do is maybe let's comment out this guy over here. We are not using view and this guy. Okay, cool. If we can do that, then what? Git add. Is this staged? Yes, it is staged. So we don't have to stage that. We just have to commit. Okay, now, there we go. Needs a single revision. What single revision? I mean, why did you? Oh, man, man. Any lost modification can be restored from a git stash. Banana. Needs a single revision. Okay, I see. What do you mean needs a single revision? Is this not staged? What's going on? Hey. So now I have to spend like the whole night doing this. I can't. But I want to turn off my. So now I can't turn off a pre-hook. Oh, man. Something doesn't make sense. Something doesn't make sense. Ensure the default and then ensure the file has a valid default export. There is a valid default export. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay, let me just open this demo app that actually has a working configuration, then check. So this actually has all everything configured, right? Because I actually um I actually created this project from scratch, unlike the actual project that I'm working on, because that's actually it's a migrate. Like I am migrating from Vite 8 to plus, Vite 7 to plus. So this is working, and everything checks out. That's the thing. Everything checks out, but like everything seems to be configured the right way, but start here. Everything checks out. Include blah 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 blah. The if maybe you might be missing. Oh, yeah. Default URL. Base URL. I mean, this is not even the issue. That's not the issue. I don't know why I'm even looking at this because it's actually not the issue. Maybe let's not specify any files. I mean, file extension. Still failing. Gosh. I'll be back. Okay. Now, now it seems like we are back to removing the configurations, which we don't want to remove them. We don't want to remove them. No, we can't remove them. We can't. That is okay. Let's check. I think one other issue is that let's see. I just hope I don't have. I thought maybe I had like an aux lint package because we don't want to install that. Okay, this is fine. Uh, let's see. Is it? Let's see. Yes, this checks out. Uh-huh. Uh, nope, nope, nope. Now these are watches, but we can just include them. Uh, I mean, this is not going to resolve the issue. Mm. This, nope. Add-ons. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Remove this. Okay. It's still formatting issues found. And what are these formatting issues? And I think these formatting issues might be mm, might be, I mean, okay, besides these, um, there might be like sorting imports. There might be that. Okay, TS config. This we can remove, not a problem. If this works, then great. And I think maybe the pre-commit hook is failing uh because of the warnings. I'd like to believe so. What I can actually do is just do this void. Okay, void. Let's go here. Void. Let's go here. Void. Might be because of the warnings. Let's go here. Void. And then this, we can do this. Await. Okay, let's navigate. Okay, this can also be async. Let me just use void. Is it all? Seems like. So I've spent so much time on these issues, which I don't like at all. I don't like. But I mean, like migrating something from one tool to another, it's yeah, it might look easy, but obviously chances of coming across issues like this are very high. Okay, cool. Now, um, let me also check the. Okay, let's. I just want to check something. Pre-commit. Okay, commit message. Let's see. Nah, nah. Pre-commit. Okay. I think if it doesn't work right, I'll just make sure I'll just remove this like from my pre-commit hook. Yeah, I'll just remove that and just continue working on the actual issues because I can't spend like the whole night uh, fixing these errors. Oh, fuck. Can we just ignore? Like, don't understand why it's not ignoring. I mean, can you just ignore like markdown files? Like s- it's simple. It's simple, 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 simple. Oh gosh. And and the thing is, I did ignore them, but how come are they? Sorry, or maybe. Let's see, pre. Is this not supposed to be here? Pre-commit thingy. Vite hooks. Let me just copy this. I pre-commit hook is throwing this error. Let's see if maybe we can start. Start. Maybe we might find something. Okay. This is a monorepo, and I am not. Okay. Okay. Yeah, maybe Claude will come up with a solution. But if that doesn't work, then what I will do is that on the pre-commit hook, I will just format the files instead of running instead of running VP check, because yeah, there's something going on there, like on the formatting, not the formatting, but then the linting itself. There's something going on there. So I think the best thing right now is to just format the files, maybe. So the other thing is that when I run VP check, everything works, like everything checks out. But then when the pre-commit hook runs VP check, then something breaks, which I don't know what's breaking. Um, and at this point, it seems like Claude doesn't even know what's breaking, because this thing is this thing has been trying to come up with a solution for like 4 minutes. So it's okay. Okay, find stage. Okay, it seems like it's trying to find. I don't know what exactly this thing is trying to do, but it seems like it's going through um the node modules. Okay, yes. 4 minutes and actually not 4 minutes, but 6 minutes and counting, and we don't have a solution from Claude Code. Right, let me actually multitask, right? So when Cloud Code is trying to find a solution, let me try and see if, so this guy, what this guy is doing is, so this guy actually has like a set of rules, right? Which is, that's a set of rules, and don't have those. We are just using like, we're just using like default rules. We are not overriding anything and whatnot and whatnot. And okay, now let's see. So down purple. Okay. If okay, good. Now I understand the architecture. This stage works fine. It loads Vite config the TS via Vite's resolver to get the key, but Vite check figs run as a sub-process by lint staged. Use a different path. Let me find what fails there. Okay. And I'm pretty sure it's something simple. That I'm pretty sure it's something simple. But they, uh, so I'm busy checking like this repo, right? But anyway, this is a mono repo. It's not like a. So what this guy is doing is actually formatting. Is actually formatting everything, mm, which is cool. And like on his formatter, this guy has a couple of files that have been ignored, which I might as well just copy this because I might need this, right? Or maybe let me just copy the whole ignore pattern array and also sort package JSON, right? I don't think I need any linting. Okay, cool. Then, Claude, are you still searching? All right, let me close this. All right, so let's go back here. Then let me copy this here. Let me do this, I guess. Is that? Wait. What did I copy? You see, this is actually has to, it actually has to be in the formatter, not the not the linter. This we don't have. We are not using drizzle, migration, blah blah blah. Cache. This we can remove. Drizzle, remove. We are not using yarn. Okay, cool. I don't think Cloud Code will come up with a solution. I doubt if it will come up with a solution. I mean, it's been 11 minutes right now. And so far, this thing has been going through the packages and whatnot, but still no solution. Still no solution. Okay, then that. Is there no way to specify? Let's see. Here, right? Pre-commit, stage defined file checks. Yep, I think might need this because we don't want to check all the files. We just want to check this. This can be removed. JS, let's remove that. Okay. Just close other tabs just to clear up the memory. What else? Right. Recommit to it's still, yeah. Gracious. Okay, I think now, I think now we might, sorry, we might have a solution. So let me run, let me do this. Let's make sure everything is staged. Then run VP staged. And can also close this. Okay, it's still failing. To a format field. Okay. Did we change format? At least now it's a different error. Yeah, it's a different error. Let's format. Okay, fine. What's the issue here? Maybe this sort package might have to go. And we might also have to include Vite. And the thing is, when I save, like when I save, it doesn't pick up these configurations like when I save for some reason. And this might be because of, let me see, this might be because of my settings. That's included, right? Resting. Let's see if, let me just check something. Now I see. Single quotes, yes. Now this should work. This has to work now. Because right now I'm at a point of giving up, which is not a good thing. Uh, I just hope YouTube doesn't flag the music that I'm about to play. But it's no copyright. But you never know it. Because sometimes I do play like no copyrights on my streams. But for some reason then YouTube decides to flag that music. So now without music, I'm getting bored. I am getting bored. Or maybe I can just decrease my volume, then play my music. Hey, let's see if it's working. Let's see. Okay, now it's still running. And I don't know why it's taking long. Is it because of the number of files? 28 files? Yes. Now it's working. Finally. Finally. Now I can commit my stuff. Jeez. What didn't work? Didn't work. Why? I don't understand what the issue is. Okay, I think we'll end there for today. Um, and I'll definitely continue or maybe try to resolve this issue. Then we'll continue streaming like tomorrow. So let me just end it here for now and cheers. Have a great one.